What's going on, y'all? My name is Adrian, and today is the 9th video of Inspirations Really Cool. In this video series, I highlight one of my favorite artists here on YouTube. We'll watch a video of them making a painting that truly inspired me, and then I'll try to make a version of my own. I'll mostly be staying true to the techniques that they use, but I'll be putting my own twist on it.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Editing Adrian. I meant to say I'll be putting my own spin on it, because that's what I normally say, but I guess twist means the same thing. So, anyway, moving on.
Because, as you know, art is subjective, and we all have a unique point of view. So, as you may have noticed, this camera quality has improved tremendously. I mean, you can probably see my pores from there, right? So the reason for this is because someone that I truly love and that they've been in my life my entire life was kind enough to gift us with this brand new camera. So without saying their name, because they want to stay anonymous, I'll just give a brief thank you. So the channel we'll be watching today will be Brandon Oliver Art. On their YouTube page, they simply write, "If you like art, then you're in the right place. Follow me on this journey." So as usual, please go check out their page, watch a video or two, leave a like or two, and subscribe. So the reason why I chose Brandon Oliver Art today is because Brandon likes to explore the Roy G. Biv color palette, which is something we love a lot on this channel. So for example, there's this, that, this, there, and there's a lot more that we haven't finished yet, but you know, rainbows for days. So the first time I saw Brandon's videos was actually during Pride Month, and I ran across this video right here. And I thought this video was just the perfect representation of what Pride should be. It was just oozing with love, creativity, and beauty. So of course I watched how Brandon created this, and I was just blown away by the talent. So the first thing I noticed while going through Brandon's page was that he has a great ability to take simple acrylic pours and then just bump it up to the next level. Here's a really good example of what I mean. So there's this painting right here called Hollow Inside. It's a circular blowout using some very cool colors, and it also has this huge hole in the middle. It's like missing part of the canvas. But then the torn pieces, the underside of the canvas, is painted gold. I was like, that's the first time I've ever seen that. It was pretty cool. So I was actually really curious about this painting. So I went to Brandon's website, and the description says, "Stunning pops of gold with bright rainbow colors. This idea manifested in the idea that even if you are surrounded by people and supported by them, you can still feel hollow inside. Being in the LGBTQIA plus community can feel isolating at times." When I read that, I was like, yep, I know exactly what you mean. Being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, I know that feeling of it being almost more difficult to kind of find your people, your family outside of your family, right? I've been lucky enough recently to find a small group of people that really care about me, that really love me and cherish me for who I am. But there's still times when you just feel hollow. Not in a way of feeling unloved, but I think there are some remnants of things from the past, of feeling kind of isolated and alienated from the past. It can sneak up inside. So even though you might be this bright, bubbly, fun person on the outside, inside, there's still some hollowness sometimes, and some pain. And one more thing, I'll move on, but one more thing is I love that the torn pieces are gold. Because for me, that represents that, yes, even though there's hollowness and there's this broken piece in the middle, there's still beauty within that brokenness. Really cool. I don't know if you meant that, but that's what I see in it. It's awesome. Lastly, the reason why I love Brandon's work is because he uses mixed media to really bump up his pieces. So a great example is this trans flag inspired painting right here. The base is done with acrylic paint and a marble, which you've seen us do on this channel a couple times. But then there's a stencil of the trans symbol on top of that. And then the painting itself is split off into 3 sections, with the middle section being resined to really draw your eye to that middle, right to that symbol. I don't know what made him think of doing that, but I'm glad he did because it's beautiful. So like I said before, go check him out. So the video we'll be watching today is called Rainbows for Days, Acrylic Pour using a hairdryer. I chose this video because, like I mentioned before, it's the Roy G. Biv color palette. We like that on this channel. And also, it's using a style that Corey actually does a lot more than I do, the Dutch pour, which is using a blow dryer. So I figured this would be a good way for me to kind of, you know, sharpen those skills a little bit. So this painting is of a black base with 6 colors surrounding it, and they're blowouts that kind of go in like this, almost like a clockwise motion or counterclockwise, but they're all moving in the same direction. All right, so Brandon's using a long rectangular shaped canvas. So I'm gonna do something very similar. I'm gonna go with this 24-inch by 12-inch canvas right there. I'm gonna stick to the rainbow palette, sorta. I'm gonna go with neons because I want it to be bright, loud, and pow, in your face. So instead of red, I'm gonna be doing neon pink right there. And then I'm gonna use neon orange over here. Next, I'm gonna be using yellows and greens, but you could have guessed, neon yellow and neon green. Fun fact, I just knocked over my neon orange, so that'd be fun to clean up later. Okay, so I'm gonna be using neon blue and neon purple. And then instead of accents of gold, I'm gonna be doing accents of silver, which I thought would look pretty cool right there. I wasn't quite sure at first, but then I Googled how neon rainbow looks with silver, and I mostly saw just like nail art, just, you know, acrylic nails, and it looked really cool to me. So I thought like maybe it'll work on canvas too. And then instead of a black base, I'm gonna be using a white base. And all my paints are mixed with Flood Floetrol, Gloss Per Medium, water to kind of thin it out a bit for the Dutch pour. What's next? Oh yeah, as per usual, the video will be playing on one of these 4 corners over here. And wish me luck. Oh, make sure you watch the end because I'll be doing the side-by-side comparison. But yeah, let's give it a go. So let's get started. So as you may have noticed, I'm sweating a lot. It is very hot in here. It's clearly summer. We're in the South, so bear with. I have a little fan right here, but if you hear that, just please do not mind it. All right, Brandon, what do we got? Okay, so we're starting with our base. Make sure this is nice and mixed up. So not a ton, but enough to kind of cover all of it. I think I'm gonna stop there. All right, then Brandon stretches it out, so I'm gonna throw on some gloves. I've said this in a few videos before, but I love the smell of paint. I don't know what it is. I really think it's a nostalgic thing, but man, like just now, just pouring out that base, I get that smell and whew, it takes me back. It just makes everything okay. The first half of this video was very hard for me to film today. I don't know why. I think because I had a lot of stuff to do today and I kind of just got thrown off. So I was very rushing. I was like, go. And I kept messing up, kept having to start over, and I spilled paint everywhere. I mean, it was kind of a mess. So I'm gonna pause right there. Looks like he's touched up his sides a little bit. Okay, so that's fairly stretched out. It doesn't look like he stretched it out all the way. I'm not sure. We might do that later on in the video. Oop, there's a little piece of something right there. I'm gonna go get that. I don't know if you noticed, but this garage right now is so clean. Corey took 2 days to take everything out, vacuum, clean, wipe things down, reorganize. So I'm gonna try my best to make sure I take things from the right place and put them exactly how I found them. All right, so I'm gonna pop my air bubbles. Pop, 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 pop. There's this K-pop song that like says pop, 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 something. And they have like this cool dance that they do with it. I know it's like the fast food of music, but I love it. Just give it to me. All right. Okay, now we're starting with, it looks like red. So that means I'm going to start with my neon pink. And let's press play. Let's get going. All right, I'm going to pause there. I want to catch up just a little bit. This reminds me of, what's that game? Reminds me of that memory game. Oh, Simon. That's what it reminds me of. All right, so we did his white, accent of white. I'm not doing white, so I'm gonna just do my silver. Come on, one continuous line. You got it, you got it. Yeah, there we go. All right, what's next? I actually think he does these little licks of color that go into the painting. I think that's what's next, but I'm gonna double check. Okay, yes, that's exactly what's happening next. Look at that. All right, so they all go counterclockwise. Okay. All right, then going back over with the accents. Okay, nice. Up, up, up. Almost put blue in the green. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna pause there, because that's a very important part to watch. Actually, my silver's falling off, and since that's my only pop color, I'm gonna use more silver. Oh, we just got a new black light. So hopefully, I'll maybe show you what this looks like under a black light. All right, so it looks like he's blowing there, like going this way first, then in. Okay. You can probably already see I'm not as skilled with the blow dryer as Brandon is and Corey, but we're getting it done. I'm definitely gonna have to add some more color here and kind of redo these blowouts, but I'm liking the overall shape so far. The silver's looking cool. Yeah, definitely want more color to cover up some of the silver so it's not as strong of a feature on this painting. Right now there's a little too much silver for me. I might even add some black. I don't know, maybe. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, I'm actually gonna pause Brandon real quick. I wanna show you something. Look here, where the blue and the purple kind of intermix right there. Oh, this moment right here made this whole thing worth it. I love that. Wow. Okay, let me keep going. I'm gonna add a little bit more color. I want to break up this silver a little bit, and like this moment here is a little weak, and here is a little weak. It's a little too much white on there for me. Actually, y'all, I think Brandon's finished, so I'm gonna pause it right there. I think I went a little too crazy with the silver. I should have gone just a little touches of silver like I did initially, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in and blow with my mouth and sort of reshape this. I'm gonna blow this little pink section in just a smidge, and I think I'm done. Oh yeah, I love this piece. All right, golf. So I'm gonna get you in close. I'm gonna superimpose Brandon's on it. I'm kind of gonna switch back and forth and just tell you what I think. All right. So here's the wet version so far. First thing I notice is I love it. If you look at Brandon's, notice he has a lot more negative space in the middle than I do. My waves are kind of more intermeshed. And also, I think the idea that he used the gold and the white for his pops of color was probably a good idea. I probably should have used something other than just silver. However, I like how the silver looks, especially here. Like, I love how it's starting to break up just a little bit because of the metallic. Then it goes into that nice wispy blue and purple moment, which is my favorite right there. Another thing that I noticed on Brandon's is his waves are more, I guess the flow looks more organic, because obviously you saw he did it with just the hair dryer and just kind of did one nice smooth movement on there to get that flow. I had to go in with my mouth. You can kind of see the little divots of where I blew with my mouth. I think they both look really cool. However, it's different. It's a different vibe. Also, I noticed that right now, because they're wet, the colors, you can't really tell that one's neon and one's not. They both sort of look the same to me. But once this dries, and especially when I show mine under the black light, I think it'll be a nice little surprise. I'll show you the dry version in just a second. All right. So here's the dried version of this beautiful puppy right here. I really don't have much to say besides that I love this, especially here. I know I keep coming back to this spot. I love how the blue just kind of comes in with that purple and they just kind of dance together. I love how the silver kind of plays in some of these loops, like here and there. I'm glad I went back over and blew with my mouth to kind of, I guess, work these out a little bit more. It was okay at first, but it didn't really have this effect that I like. So what I'm gonna do for y'all is I'm gonna turn off these lights and I'm gonna turn on a black light and show you how this looks in the black light. All right, y'all, so here it is with the black light. Wow, it's crazy how this, the green and yellow, they sort of just look the same. They both just look like a neon green. The blue has a little bit of reaction. The pink and orange are almost doing the same thing. You can kind of tell that that's orange and this is pink, but I'm sure you've noticed this purple here just didn't really react to the black light at all. I'm sure there's some scientific reason behind it. I gotta do some Googling to figure out why, but I love this piece. Please go check out Brandon Oliver art. And yeah, bye.
Adrian, guess what?
Chicken butt. No, seriously. What?
Our website's live. Go to artreallycool.com.
Yeah, you're lying. Let me check.
Oh, you weren't lying.